Hi everybody, it's Lo. This is your new episode of Lo on the Go. So today we are meeting up with my friend Claudia Sulewski. She is one of the original beauty YouTubers, Beyond Beauty Star. You know her, you've seen her tutorials. She's also an actress and she is the founder and creative director of CYKLAR. It is a multi-sensorial skincare company that I know that you've seen. She just launched fragrance. I'm very excited to see her. Oh, and there's geese! Hi!
Hello! So much is happening. Life is happening all around us.
Okay, so there are so many geese here on the West Side Highway, and I actually have goose trauma because when I was 5 years old, I was at a park and a bunch of geese attacked me, and my mom had to rescue me from the geese. God. I know. So whenever I'm walking on the West Side Highway, I'm like, I am not messing with that goose.
You guys, there are many geese over here. I'm going to stay on this side of Lo. I'll protect you, girl. I have no trauma yet, so at this moment I'm fearless.
I know, but it's interesting. I'm also like thinking about becoming a bird watcher.
Oh my God, stop. Are you gonna bring your iPad around at restaurants and show people photos of your birds? Because I feel like that is like a con.
Maybe. I just read this book called Birding to Change the World, and it's the story of this professor who got into bird watching and learned all about like ecology and ecosystems and the town she lives in. You know, they were trying to, you know, get rid of the wetlands and the marsh and put soccer fields in, but it turns out all of the birds there were migratory birds, and it was like their one pit stop where they could get food, like on their migration from South America, like to Canada.
Wow.
So now I'm thinking about becoming a birder, so I care about the geese.
But we leave them alone.
I leave them alone, though.
It's actually wild how there's like, thousands of species of birds. Like there's so many birds.
Are you a birder?
I know, I just
sounds like you could be.
I'm like, so currently in
You're
this
like,
said
I'm
location,
a beauty queen, but I'm also a bird watcher.
We're surrounded by 350 species of different, no, I have no idea. But there are like so many different kinds of birds. It's a very, I imagine, like a patient hobby.
I think so, yeah.
Like it would be a real practice in like being present in the moment. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to get outside more and be in nature more. I've been in New York City for 13 years and my brain is like begging me for nature and to just sit and be in nature as part of my like, you know, self-care practice or whatever. And so yeah, I'm like, what could I do in nature? I could be a birder.
I think that's a good one.
I know. Anyway, hi, welcome to the city.
Hi, thank you so much.
What are you here for?
Last night I hosted an event for CYKLAR to celebrate the perfume oil launch.
I saw that. Yes. Looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know that you were like into fragrance.
Yeah, I think for me, like my whole philosophy with CYKLAR was, and my goal has just been to create products and formulas that get you excited in taking care of yourself. Yeah. You know, so definitely prioritizing like skincare forward formulas that are good for you and effective and like do what they say they're gonna do. Yeah. But then also incorporating really luxurious like textures and fragrances. And just kind of like finding that balance of luxury, but also being effective and like being worth your time, you know?
Yes, that makes sense. And I think for so many women, that moment of self-care is so sacred to them. Yes. And so to have products that you really love in just this chaos world and you like get this like calm, quiet moment to yourself to like experience something nice, whether it's a smell or texture or how it like makes your skin feel, I think is like really special and nice, at least for us beauty girls. We need it.
It's either like the way you start your day or the way that you end it. And like, I think what's exciting too is trying to like tackle those everyday rituals that everyone does. Everyone washes their body. You know what I mean? And like, how can we make it?
You want to go this way?
Let's go this way. Okay. Let's keep walking along the water.
I know. I'll show you some other birds.
I know we should have brought like little.
That's a pigeon.
That's a pigeon for sure. No, next episode we full blown have like binoculars.
Like, we have our field guide. We could go birding in Central Park.
That's about it for like my bird knowledge. It's duck, it's pigeon, it's crow.
That's currently my bird knowledge as well, but who knows, the next time you see me, I could be like a beginner plus. Okay, sorry, but I feel like I'm also a beauty girl, you know, like when I was like little in elementary school, would be sitting on the bathroom counter, like making eyeshadows out of like Vaseline and like different weird stuff. I'm like obsessed with beauty. And so like, I don't know, does everyone care about it as much as we do? Or is it just us?
No. I think
because I'm like obsessed.
I know there are
but
a few
I know
more
that
out
not
there.
everyone is.
I think it all depends. I'm always thinking about like the balance of things and like what you prioritize, and I just feel like self-care is so deeply personal that it's like you have found your form of it. You found like, the rituals and the practices that like bring you in touch with your body and make you feel like, like I loved myself today. I gave myself something today.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. So how did you come up with the idea for your company? And I know like you have such a storied history in the entertainment business and on YouTube and everything. And I love to see somebody with a background in entertainment, like myself also, jump to entrepreneurship, because I feel like some of the best brands out there are driven by people that like have a really interesting background. So I'm curious, like, when did you start the company? 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, so I first launched in 2023 with my nutrient-rich body cream.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like my journey with self-care has been kind of a roller coaster, an interesting one. I don't like stress or talk about this too much, but growing up, I grew up in quite a chaotic household with a lot of emotions and fighting and stuff. And I think like what that did for me is it kind of forced me to turn into this like tiny adult, or it was like, it was the way that I felt like safest and comfortable. And it's interesting, I feel like a lot of the times like the tools you pick up when you're younger can turn into the things that like hold you back as an adult. And so
hold you back as an adult.
Yes. And so like,
in what way? What do you mean?
In my early adult years, huge people pleaser.
Oh.
So like I fell into this pattern of like kind of always putting others' needs before my own to make sure that like the waters are warm, there's no conflict happening, I'm never going to be that source of conflict.
Sure.
And, I think for me, I spent so many years kind of like absorbing myself into the people around me or my relationships and trying to like fit into this like box of being perfect. And I think what that ultimately did is I like abandoned my own needs and like didn't take care of myself, right? And there was like a moment in my mid-20s where it sort of clicked for me, where I was like, oh, I can't keep just running on empty. Like I have to set boundaries for myself, whether, from work, relationships, like all these things, friendships. And body care has always kind of been that source for me in terms of like, even just like the idea of getting a shower. Like I think like water is so cleansing. And like oftentimes like if I was having a really anxious day, like I'd get in the shower and it would be like this physical reset for me.
Yeah, well, wash the day off, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when the ideas started kind of bubbling up for me, I kind of always knew that I wanted to try out body care. I felt like what we were talking about previously over yonder, about just like the balance of products that excite you and inspire you, encourage you to take care of yourself, but also clean formulas that are effective and efficacious. Like I just thought like that is where I think I can have a voice and build products that get me excited and hopefully others, right?
Yeah.
So that's sort of like where the word CYKLAR comes from, is that cycle of, in order to take care of others and show up as like a friend, a partner, a daughter, all these things, you have to take care of yourself first.
Yeah. What a personal origin story.
Thank you.
Do you share the origin story a lot? It's like...
it takes a second to like it's quite long.
Well, it's not long. It's just it's very personal, and it goes into, you know, your family history and everything, which I know can be challenging to talk about or to share. And so
yes, and I think also the reason I think I'm starting to open up to that more, I think I will always, there's so many things I like to keep private just because I live so publicly online.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and
isn't it weird?
It's crazy. No. It's like it's the fact that I've been like willingly putting my life online
for a
the
long
last,
time.
Like, 15 years.
Yeah.
I also think my story isn't that that unfamiliar of one. Like I think a lot of people have grown up in chaotic houses, and I just I think it's ultimately what has been like my journey into therapy and self-discovery and all the things, and it's just a part of it. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, the best brands and companies come from a real place of authenticity. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think the best brands, somebody's car alarm's going off. The best brands come from a place of authenticity, right? Where you have a really personal attachment or reason why. The why is really important. And I think with your background, like in YouTube, acting, all this stuff, sharing your life, to have a brand that is breakthrough, because I really think it's breakthrough, which is like so cool. And body care is such a crowded category, and to be able to make something and have it really hit is so special and unique. And I think it comes, like a big part of that comes from your story and your authenticity to why you created it and the way in which you created it. I think the sensorial part of it, like really focusing on like the fragrance and the touch and everything, and have that be a big part of the brand story and how you communicate about it, is like really interesting and sets it apart. And the branding is so good. All the packaging is gorgeous.
Thank you. I know the introduction into the moody colors has been so exciting, and also just exploring like, okay, what color are we gonna do
like
next?
red see-through bottle. The new fragrance, like everything like looks so good.
Thank you.
It like looks sexy but kind of approachable. It's really, I love it.
I really like, in the same way that I'm looking at the formulas, I wanted to also apply that to the packaging, the storytelling, the visuals,
everything's
of the
careful
brand
and specific.
Yeah, where it's like still minimal and feels very like you can trust this brand. You know what I mean? Like it feels, you know, it feels clean, and it feels just sort of like it can fit seamlessly into your life, but at the same time, like exactly playing into like the indulgence and using gold font and moody colors, and I think like finding that balance has been really fun, because you know, I want like there to be like a vibe that CYKLAR exudes. You know?
Exactly.
Because,
are you the creative director? I know you founded it, but is like your position, your like title, creative director also?
Yes.
And are you like working every day on it, or? Like
so I'm across everything
here and there. Yeah, awesome.
The packaging, the formulas, all the photo shoots, how the models, like I'm going in, I'm wiping the bottle with my towel. It's so fun. It's so fun to be on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, totally.
And just like show up looking like a mess and like it not mattering at all. That is really also like kind of a fun part of it.
What have you learned about yourself since starting the company? I always am so curious. I love to ask people who are new entrepreneurs, like, what is your relationship currently to the company? Have you discovered that you love entrepreneurship? Because for me, I have found I'm 10 years into Love Wellness now, and some days I hate it and I'm so tired, and then other days I'm so thrilled and it like gives me life.
Yes.
And so I'm just curious, like, you're 2-3 years in now. Like, how are you feeling about it? Is it like the best thing you've ever done?
So like the yo-yo of emotions is very accurate. Yes. Yes. And well, because there are so many moving parts to owning a business that like sometimes the thing that you never thought would flip upside down flips upside down. You know what I mean? I have found, and I wonder if you feel this way as well, but one thing that I've like learned about myself as an entrepreneur is I should really like trust my gut and confidence more than I like give myself credit for. Like, I just think
Right, like
when
you know
you're in a
your brand.
Yes, and also it's been interesting to put myself in this position of having to make these executive decisions and just like trusting my gut, because
Trust yourself.
that was so difficult for me to do when I was younger.
Yeah.
And
But how empowering and special is that?
yes, it's like equally empowering and also terrifying, you know.
Yeah.
But
it feels like you're able to kind of face your fears through it. Maybe subconsciously that's why you started the business.
I honestly I think my like soul from like wherever from within my inner child was like, I think this is going to be a challenge for you, and I think it's worth taking that challenge and learning this about yourself.
It's important for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've come very far from being a YouTuber. Not that one is better than the other or different, because you crushed it on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
You're like one of the original beauty tutorialists, like stars. And you started when you were 13.
I was 13. What was I doing? I was like
your mommy was like, okay.
Oh no, she didn't know for a long time.
Stop.
Like no, I kept it a secret from like everyone.
Oh wait, do you want to get a coffee?
Yes.
Okay, let's get a coffee.
It's that time of day.
And then I want to hear all about the YouTube adventure.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, what did you order?
My go-to order is a matcha with almond milk. Simple.
I love that.
Basic.
Do you think that the caffeine is like steadier from a matcha?
I do. No, I really do. I'll drink coffee from time to time, but in the last year I've cut back on it significantly.
Yeah.
And I just find that when I drink coffee, I just like the spike goes so high, and I feel
kooky.
I feel like I can feel my heart pitter-pattering.
Same.
It's scary. Like there's like this unsettled feeling where you're like, I need to do something with this energy.
Yeah.
But it tastes so good.
I know.
So you know what? I've been meaning to like dabble in like decaf lattes and stuff for fun. But then at that point, I'm like staining my teeth, and for what?
I understand.
Cheers to matcha. What are you drinking?
I have a decaf Americano.
Oh my God, so you're doing decaf.
I'm a decaf girl.
Incredible. Okay, well, I totally just shit on the concept.
No, it's actually, decaf is amazing. And there's a couple places in my neighborhood that actually have decaf drip coffee, which is nice because most places will only make you a decaf espresso and then like an Americano, which honestly is the bane of my existence. But it's okay because regular coffee does give me that like wild, like physical sensation that I really struggle with. As somebody that like has anxiety from time to time, the coffee just sets it off.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like even though I know I'm not actually anxious, I'm having the physical sensation of anxiety. So I guess I have anxiety now.
No, that is absolutely how you fall into a spiral. Do you avoid like all forms of caffeine, or do you ever do like a green tea, or like?
Coffee is definitely, I'm the most sensitive to coffee for some reason. So sometimes I'll have a little green tea or something like that. But yeah, I like kind of avoid. I won't even have a soda like past noon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no way that I'll be able to go to sleep at my preferred 9:30, 10 p.m. bedtime.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
I go
That
to
is
bed
amazing.
so early.
I feel so good about myself, and I'm like in bed by 10.
Yeah.
Winding down.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Wait, okay, so I want to go back to the YouTube stuff.
Okay, yes.
I want to know about YouTube. So your mom didn't know.
No,
You like hid it from your parents.
So when I first started, I was 13.
Did you like just steal the laptop and make a username?
So this was like the year where I got a laptop, which is like honestly at that moment in my time, like the greatest privilege of my life was like getting a laptop for, I guess, my 13th birthday.
Wow.
That's an incredible gift.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to remember, I'm like, did I help pay for that laptop? Like, why was I like 13 with my own laptop?
I don't know. Did you have like a little summer job or something?
You know what?
Allowance from good grades?
I was that girl like selling shit at school. Like I I would make like little lip balms and little things. I would make soaps. Like I'd get from Michael's like the soap molds.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, wait a second, this is a great background story.
Yeah, it is.
An origin story for CYKLAR. But I literally I would carry a binder to school and I'd have sheets of paper. I can't believe I'm unlocking this memory right now. With like laminated menus.
Oh, wow.
And I would print out
With
photos of the
offering.
molds. Everyone chooses the color, the scent, the molds, and I would make the soaps at home and then like sell them at school. Yeah.
Wow.
And honestly, like I kept up with it for a long time. I also made like a bookmarking business where I would create, because I love to draw, I'd make bookmarks and I'd sell them to friends.
She's always been an entrepreneur.
So I'm always,
I mean, being a YouTuber though, like starting there,
Okay, yes,
like
okay.
being a self-starter like that is also entrepreneurship. I feel like people don't look at content creation as entrepreneurial, but it totally is.
Yeah, I think anything, to me, what it means is like to have an idea and like put it to paper and to execute it, right? And with YouTube, I've just been like a one-woman show for so long, setting up the shot, the lighting, executing the filming, the planning, then editing it, uploading it, marketing it, right, with thumbnail and all these things. So, I mean, honestly, like my years of YouTube have taught me so much in just kind of like what we were saying earlier outside, just like trusting your vision and trusting your process and like finding that motivation within yourself too. Like I've just kind of been my own boss for so long, and it's like a blessing and a curse, of course, because there are seasons where you know, you're extremely motivated and pumping out a bunch of content, and then other times it catches up to you. But I think partially that's also just, I think that then kind of weaves in with just like sharing your life online and like sort of the intimacy of that, right? And so at this point, it's been so many years, it's been interesting to sort of reflect on like how much I've shared across my life and like the way that my content has changed and all these things.
Yeah.
It's wild.
How comfortable are you now sharing things about your personal life?
I think at this point, I mean,
has your relationship with that changed over the years?
Definitely. And I think partially it's just from growing up and evolving and like desiring more privacy. I think also it's also a little scary out there, you know, and there are freaky stories about people showing up at people's houses and all the, like, so there's a part of it that really is just like, I'm never going to show the front of my house for this reason. You know, obviously, of course. But I think also just from like a personal kind of mental health, keeping some things to myself, I mean, I feel like I've just kind of built these natural filters as time has gone on. And I think also part of it is, you know, with social media, there's so many different platforms, right? And I kind of treat like every platform a little differently. YouTube has always felt like I have this small corner in the internet, and like my ride or dies who have been with me this whole time like find me there. And so I was thinking about this morning, that like I find myself to be like most open on YouTube because for some reason I've like convinced myself that like,
but it's true. Every platform serves a different purpose.
It does. Yeah, and I think also like the difference between short form and long form, like you can build so much context around something you're sharing in a long form, you know, YouTube video versus like a 10-second TikTok. Yeah. So there's like intimidation there too. Like I remember when TikTok first started coming out, I was so stubborn about it. I was like, vertical content, 10 seconds? I can't get my point across in 10 seconds, you know? So I think it's been like a blend of like following sort of like the wave of, you know, where kind of everyone is watching, but then also like what feels safe, what feels comfy. You know?
The internet has also gotten way more vicious in the last few years.
So scary.
On TikTok specifically.
I feel
that's where the viciousness is.
I know. No. I'm scared. Like I live in fear.
Same. It's a chaos platform.
I know.
Every time I hit that upload button, which is like not very often because I'm afraid of TikTok, I'm like, I pray.
I hear you.
I pray.
Do you feel the same way about Reels and Instagram? Or
no,
does Instagram
totally different.
Isn't
Instagram
that interesting?
is totally different. I think it's because, to a certain degree, I think Instagram was always this picture perfect platform, and everyone wants to show up on Instagram in the way that they want to project themselves to the world and be seen.
Yeah.
And so it's a platform where slightly more politeness is sort of like dictated from the early days.
There's a professionalism.
And a lot of people have their real name on Instagram.
Yes.
On TikTok, you can just hide behind some weird...
It's the Wild Wild West.
It's the Wild Wild West, yeah.
And then on Instagram, it's the Wild Wild Wellness.
Exactly.
Plug.
I know, love. And then there's like Reddit, which is even spookier. And then, it's interesting. Okay, let's do myth or truth. This is a little segment that I do with everybody that comes on the podcast. So I have a couple questions I'm going to ask you, and you just say, that's a myth or that's truth, and explain it a little bit further if you want, but we'll do that, okay?
Love it. Yeah.
Okay, the first myth or truth is you should only wear perfume when you're going out.
Oh my God, myth. I'm wearing perfume all the time.
Like at home?
I think for me, like, I feel complete with it. The times that I'm just working from home on my laptop, like there's such a difference between rolling out of bed, staying in your sweatpants and like getting right to the computer versus like, you know what, I'm gonna take those 20 minutes and put on an outfit, you know, even if it's just like jeans and a t-shirt or something. And I feel that like fragrance is also a part of that process for me. It just helps me to feel like done up without doing a full face of makeup.
Totally. Yeah, and if you smell yourself and you smell good, it makes you happy.
It does.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, the second question I think like is a really good fast follow. The right fragrance can boost your mood.
I think true. Yeah, I think true. Because I feel like fragrance, it's so personal, and you know, I feel like we all kind of like have pockets of like, oh, I love woodsy scents, but also like it really does depend on the mood. There's so many like different fragrance profiles that I love and adore, but it's like absolutely dependent on my mood and what vibe. Do I want to feel fresh and bright, or do I want to project a sultry vibe? It's nighttime. So I love switching it up personally. Yeah.
I also think that everyone has their own scent memory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes. Like it's one of our senses, and like we grew up and there were this like one type of flower. I think my dad had jasmine in the yard, and so whenever I smell it, it like brings me back to my childhood home, right? And so I'm sure for some people there are different scents that create a feeling of like lightness and happiness or fear or whatever it is. Okay, the next question, myth or truth, your scent can influence how people perceive your personality.
Ooh.
Oh.
Personality.
Interesting.
I think there's truth to that.
I think so too, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, when anyone like smells good, I'm like, great. Like, especially like if a guy knows how to smell good, I'm like, oh, amazing. Like, but that's like a personal hygiene thing. But then to go beyond that, I do think that scent can carry into personality, because there are definitely like certain friends in my life that I feel like have their signature scents, and they match so well with like who they are as a being.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, I had one friend that wore, the name is escaping me right now, but through high school and college, she wore the same perfume for like 8 years, and I will always know that like that was Natanya's perfume.
Yeah.
Okay, my last myth or truth question is you can train your nose to better identify fragrance notes.
Okay. I
don't know if I agree with this.
I'm split on this. No, I'm split on this. I don't think it's a training of the nose. I think it's a training of the mind. Like, I think because it's been so fun, like crafting fragrances for CYKLAR, and I think like what I've learned in that process, it's less so like, oh, my nose can pick up more, but it's like understanding what certain notes can do to a fragrance. Like, it's just kind of like, it's like if you decide to really take on bird watching, you're gonna know all of these different species of birds. You're gonna know like what part of the tree they're nesting in and the direction that they fly. It's like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, you just become an expert in like these notes, and you know, the difference between like top notes that burn off faster, and then there's like the heartbeat, and then it's the grounding lower notes. Like, I think it's more about just like learning the complexity of like a fragrance profile. But nose specifically, I think it's like you're born with the nose you're born with.
I tend to agree, right? You can like, I don't know, I guess you can develop your palate, but
Yeah.
you either can taste something or you can't. You
I know,
what I mean?
and also nose and taste are like connected.
Yeah.
Like I've got some friends that have like a low sense of smell or like a lighter sense of smell, and it's the same with taste. Like they can't taste things as like I've got a friend that straight up can't taste any food.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
well, thank you for answering those questions. What is next for your business? What's coming out next that everyone needs to be up to speed on? What should everybody be buying right now?
So I'm sort of tackling the business in two different directions. Certainly wanting to continue to expand the fragrance family and also fill out some pockets that I think people have been excited about. So I do have the Naked Neroli fragrance coming out in perfume oil.
Wow.
Which I'm so excited about.
Love that.
Naked Neroli, it's in like the bright orange bottle.
Yeah.
And so many people are a fan of that scent, and since the perfume oil launched, they've been asking for it. So
Great.
very, very excited to deliver on that. And then also just continuing to focus on skincare, sort of treatment-y products that tackle different areas of the body and different skin concerns, and kind of continuing to tell like that skincare story. So those are kind of, you know.
I love it. Amazing. Thanks for taking a walk with me today.
This was so much fun.
I know you're heading back to LA soon, so I appreciate you
am.
taking time out of your schedule.
And how lucky are we that it's not downpouring right now?
Oh my God, yesterday was so bad. I thought we were going to have to cancel today.
I know.
I was like,
I'm so glad.
There's no way.
We've got a gorgeous overcast,
Yeah.
even lighting.
I know.
From the fog and the clouds. From the frog, guys.
I love it. Cheers. Cheers. That's a wrap on this episode of Low on the Go. New episodes drop every other Wednesday, so be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening or watching so that you don't miss out. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend, relative, coworker, or anyone looking to prioritize wellness. I am so grateful to have you here, and I'll see you next time. Take care.